doing, good people? This is the 8-Bit Animal. Okay, so everyone knows Donkey Kong. Everyone knows that you play as Mario in Donkey Kong. And they know that Mario is the villain in Donkey Kong Jr. And they also know that Mario's biggest adventure at that point was Super Mario Brothers, which was probably the most iconic video game of the 1980s that wasn't called Pac-Man. Well, a lot of people forget that in 1983, Shigeru Miyamoto decided to give the eponymous plumber, well, at that time he was a carpenter because he was a carpenter in Donkey Kong, to give him a career change, making him a plumber, a brother, and his own title. And that's what game we'll talk about today. Today's game is Mario Brothers. Now, Mario Brothers stars Mario and Luigi, and their mission to drive a lot of strange animals out of the sewers. Now, I've read different reports of what city this is. Some people said it was New York. Someone else said it was San Francisco. So the city isn't important because you never leave the sewer. What is important is that this game is a lot of fun. It's your standard early 80s single screen platformer. And in order to defeat these enemies, you have to hit the ground below them, and flip them on their backs, and then kick them into the water. Now, the turtles are just your standard baddies that have a very low threshold for pain. So you hit them one time, they're gone. Then there are these crabs that you have to hit twice. These little flying guys, little flies that you have to hit once they touch the ground. Stuff like that. You know, nice little variety of enemies. Every 3 or 4 levels, you get a bonus round. When Luigi is in the game, then both players are competing against each other for points. And there's this hurt everything power block that sits at the bottom of the screen in the middle. When you hit the power block, it flips everything over. But the only thing with that is that you kind of need to conserve that, because once it's gone, it's gone. Kind of like the pepper in Burger Time. This title, Mario Brothers, isn't an easy title. It's fun, but it's an old school arcade title. So it's designed to get tough quick, to kind of get you out of your quarters and run you along to the next, so the next person can drop their quarter in. As such, don't go into this game expecting the same kind of game that you got from Super Mario Brothers or anything else in the Super Mario Brothers franchise. This is old school, it's tough, it's fun, and it's not real flashy. And that's one thing that I can appreciate about this title. It's not flashy, but it gets the job done. Now, finding a copy of this, because it's one of the earlier Nintendo arcade titles, it's also one of the black box titles. It's not a real easy title to put your hands on without having to plunk down some coin for it. So be prepared to spend about minimum $10 for a really beat up copy. But honestly, it's worth it. If you want a copy of this game, I mean, it's on the Atari 2600, 5200, and 7800. It's on a bunch of the Nintendo downloadable services. And it's a bonus round in a lot of Mario Brothers titles. So you can easily find a copy of Super Mario Brothers. I would heartily recommend you get one. This has been 8-Bit Animal. And I'll catch you beautiful